Alright, how's it going everybody? We're back with some more Bloodborne tonight, continuing the lore run. Hope you all didn't get April Fooled on the way in. I know that was my piss poor attempt at an April Fool's joke there with the stream title and the stream notification. But thank you guys for being here. Ricky, Joker, Flamin once again for the resub. Appreciate you guys a lot. We're going to be continuing the tail end of our Bloodborne lore run tonight. We might need another stream or two just to finish up the Chalice dungeons after this as well, because I'm not going to be streaming for super duper late tonight. I think I should be just going for about like 2 to 3 hours or something like that. The reason being, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct is going to be happening. And goddamn do I wish I was on Pacific time, because then I could have stayed up this whole night until like 6 in the morning instead of 9 in the AM, which is a little bit less feasible, right, to check the thing out. So yeah, really looking forward to it. For those of you who checked out my video on YouTube, I appreciate it. I know some of you reached out to me about that, and we had some really fun conversations about all the potential Final Fantasy IX remake stuff that could get announced at the Switch 2 Direct. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, my fingers are still crossed for stuff surrounding 9 to happen, for anything and everything remotely connected to Final Fantasy IX to be announced in some capacity tomorrow, right? Even though I always like to keep my expectations in check. So yeah, that normally I would stay up all the way until 9, right? But listen, right, I don't want it to all be for nothing. I did slightly debate doing an all-nighter here, kind of like the first Bloodborne lore run stream that we did a week or 2 weeks ago, into like the late hours of the night or early hours of the morning. We streamed for like 13 or 14 hours, right? I debated doing something similar again just to stay up until the Nintendo Switch 2 stuff. Maybe that's what'll end up happening. Maybe that'll be where things take us tonight. I don't know. We'll see. But chances are I'm probably going to call it early tonight so I can get enough sleep to be able to wake up early and catch that tomorrow, because I really do want to stream that live. So yeah. All right, we're going to jump into some more Bloodborne. Been looking forward to this. As I said in the title of the stream, in 2 days, man. That is unacceptable. In 2 days, I'm a washed streamer. Much like the poor sods of the fishing hamlet here in Bloodborne were washed. Speaking of which, we are in the DLC. Let's finish up with this. Been a fun lore run, man. One of the most fun playthroughs of Bloodborne I've done. Here we are, the fishing hamlet. Wunderbar. I was about to mention towards the end of the stream last night when we got here. Well, it kind of checks out because we basically just reached this area, so there wouldn't have been any point in talking about it. But yeah, this is basically a direct allusion to Shadow over Innsmouth by H.P. Lovecraft. Because as we've kind of been talking about on this lore run, a lot of the stuff here in Bloodborne are references to H.P. Lovecraft's work. The whole game is super Lovecraft coded. I actually forgot how these dudes drop a bunch of blood vials. So yeah, in terms of the lore stuff, this is where a bunch of the shit with the old hunters went down. They assaulted the village, did a bunch of heinous shit, and they got cursed into the hunter's nightmare for it, which is where we are right now. Seeing the aftermath of the village. Okay, I should probably also go ahead and fix up my buffering. There we go. It's a little bit better. Let me grab that. Also, I'm glad you're having fun with Crisis Core, Ricky. Yeah, it's a hell of a game. I love what they did with the reunion version. Yeah, you're getting at to like the really good stuff now in the game, like stuff that actually pertains to Final Fantasy VII. So yeah, you're in for a ride, man. After you get the Buster Sword in Crisis Core is where things get really, really exciting. God dang. It's a friggin' blood vial bargain sale out here, man. I completely forgot how many of these guys drop. I'm just gonna not die to those. So yeah, these fish people, if you will, are the poor accursed inhabitants who were experimented on by the juntas. And there are a bunch of giant fish people too. And then there's me, who's just casually going for an evening stroll, trying to keep myself alive. Don't mind if I do. We destroy that, right? Yes, we can. So the purple skulls kind of remind me a lot of the Logarius stuff. Right, the red skulls from the Logarius wheel and just the Logarius boss in general. I wonder if there's anything connected there. I equipped the wheel. Rather than just go ahead and read about it. It's basically just like the rage of the king of the Vile Bloods, even though he was fighting against them. Bathed in pools of their blood and forever steeped in their ire. Yeah, okay. He unleashes the rage of the Vile Bloods he slaughtered with the wheel. So it's kind of like purple Vile Blood juice instead of red Vile Blood juice. Or skulls, rather. Alright, let me go ahead and put this guy to bed here. Don't mind if I do. Just gonna skedaddle skidoo. I'd rather not get grabbed by you. Just for future reference. Thanks, bud. Alright. Trying to bathe me in my own blood? I'll bathe my sword in my blood and then kill you with it. Fun for the family. Be taking a bunch of that. I'll be healing a bunch of this. It's been really fun doing a Chicago playthrough, by the way. Gotta put that out there. I've really done one of these. The aspect of you slowly losing health over time by bleeding out has always kind of given me the heebie-jeebies. It's not too bad to contend with, especially in this area where you get so many blood vials. Okay, it's only really scary when you do that. I do the L2 move more often, so I don't chunk more of my blood. You do the vanilla R2 heavy attack, chunk way more of your blood there. Alright, that's enough of that. And you look so snazzy when you just shake off the blood from the sword. A hunter must hunt in style. Okay. Go ahead and grab that. I'm gonna get out of your hair, even though you don't have any. I'm sorry. That was kind of mean. I'd be as pissed as he was, or he is, rather. Someone to say that to me. I have a feeling of androgenetic alopecia all too well, my friend. We were not at the right place at the right time. That wasn't already clear. Neither is he. Oh yeah. I remember my very first time playing Old Hunters. Damn, these guys gave me trouble. This is a really difficult area. In fact, the boss of this area is, for a good reason, considered to be one of the hardest of all time in Soulsborne. Obviously, at this point, has been eclipsed by the likes of Millennia and Promised Consort Radon from Elden Ring, but as you guys will come to notice, once you fight him, you'll be kind of able to see how he might have been considered to be the hardest peak difficult boss pre-Elden Ring. And I swear, Bloodborne makes me feel like a fossil. Saying that right there makes me want to have one of those, bro, back in my day moments. Well, back in my day, we didn't have Millennia and whatever the hell his name is, Star Scourge Radon. Well, this is how we have to get to school right here. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna sound really sordid of me, but gutting through these fish people is really satisfying for the blood vials. Was this intentional? Should I be reading between the lines here? Was this intended by the man, the myth, the 10 million IQ, Hidetaka Miyazaki? Did he want us to feel like satisfied about this, like the old hunters did coming through here? Did he want us to like take a look in the mirror and see ourselves for what we become? How's it going, Ian? Oh god, oh dear, oh god, oh wow. You guys really don't want me to talk to my chat. That is unbelievably rude. Look at it, get a load of this. Oh my god. Bro, not the April Fool's getting me as I slowly try to wake up. I was like, where is he going? I'm sorry, Ian. I'm sorry, but not sorry. Yeah, that was a really bad April Fool's joke. I had to think of something. I was like, damn, there are only like 2 hours left on April 1st here. I gotta find something to cook. It's not gonna be something great, but... because I'm the complete antithesis of a good cook. But I gotta try my hand at something, right? I was seeing so many April Fool's things on Twitter and stuff like that, so I was like, you know what? In all 6 years of me streaming, I've never actually tried something like that myself. And me being me, of course, as soon as I do something, after thinking about whether I should do it or not for a long period of time, I immediately regret it, because then my mind immediately goes to, yo, I'm actually gonna, like, potentially worry people about this, and people are probably going to be in the middle of something important and drop what they're doing and come watch the stream. And that's like the last thing I want to happen. So I'm sorry if I gave you a heart attack when you were waking up there. Especially if you were having a nightmare, because that would be an even worse type of heart attack. Hopefully you weren't having a nightmare last night. Because I can just imagine, like, waking up from the nightmare, being relieved, and seeing the notification like, oh shit! I'm having a real nightmare. I'm just kidding, though. It was good. I was just heartily bamboozled. Yeah, there you go. I hope I didn't give you a heart attack. Don't be sorry. Just assume you were going on vacation hiatus. Vacation hiatus does sound nice. And that's precisely where I am almost every day. Which is even nicer. In every which way possible. I feel like I'm on vacation when I'm streaming games, and I also just generally feel like I'm on vacation mentally all the time, because my brain being the way that it is. How's it going, Ian? Dude, I am a little bit, not gonna lie, cheesed that the... What the... Wow, okay. And apparently I just lost all my echoes. I'm a little bit teensy tiny cheesed. I didn't know and find out until earlier today that the direct tomorrow is at 9 Eastern in the morning. So going into the stream today, I was like, am I going to pull another like 15 to 16 hour really long Bloodborne stream to be able to stay up until the event tomorrow? Or do I stream just a bit of this game and then call it early for the night so that I can then wake up early to watch the event. And I still haven't fully decided. I'm leaning towards not streaming a whole bunch tonight, but I just hate that it's so early tomorrow. I wish it was like more towards the afternoon or the evening. I cannot wait though. I was talking about how I wish it was East Coast because... Or, I'm sorry, the... Oh dear. The Pacific, because that way it would happen at 6 Eastern. And that I can goblin mode my way into. And stay up through the midnight hours to get to. Oh my god. Oh, ew, don't they know we're gremlins? Exactly, man. They do, but apparently they only share that viewpoint towards Pacific Coast boys. They're like, oh yeah, those gremlins will stay up until 6 Eastern. Or 6 Pacific. The East Coast boys, well, apparently they're productive members of society according to us, so they're gonna go to bed early and then try and wake up for a 9 Eastern event. Come on, man. Where's the East Coast love at? You hate to see the lack of it, truly. I hate that I have to kill these guys again, because I want me my echoes that I got from killing a bunch of them initially. But how goes your Bloodborne playthrough, Ian? I know you're an NG+, right? You kind of got walled off with the shadows. Are you fucking serious? Okay, apparently this is happening. I love how we're dealing a lot of damage, but taking a lot of damage too. We haven't put like the craziest amount into Vitality this playthrough. So I gave them one shot and they were the first one where I felt the difficulty spike. Yeah, they can be annoying for sure. Especially since they're so gimmicky, like you gotta not like chunk a whole bunch of one of them. Like you gotta kind of like whittle away at all of them together. Because otherwise if you kill one and the other two are like alive still, they start to like do new moves and everything like that. And you kind of don't want that to happen when they're at max HP. I was watching, I think I sent you the video, the no-hit runner playing through Bloodborne and doing like a no-hit, no hunter's dream run. And the part where he got to the Shadows of Yahar'gul, I'm like, how the hell do you even practice for something that is just so unpredictable? Like, how do these people practice for shit like that? Do we even practice for shit like that? Do you just get to that point and go, okay, at this point it's just gonna be a Hail Mary, let's just let Jesus take the wheel? Because, like, it did not look like the guy in the video knew what he was doing, even though I'm sure he did. It just didn't look that way. It looked like he was kind of just winging it. Truly crazy. Blah. I'll take those. Oh, come on. Don't you know who I am? I'm the harbinger of your demise. And the collector of blood vials. Bless these fish boys for having as many blood vials as they do, truly. God, I love that segue attack. Alright. Beautiful. So naturally I tried Kazan, which ended up being harder than all the Souls-likes I've ever tried. Really? Is it actually really tough? Well, I shouldn't be surprised because I know Trax was talking about his experience playing through it the other day while he was watching the stream. I think he was playing at the same time as watching. I think he was telling us about how he just finished a boss that he was stuck on for like 3 hours or something like that. And he was like, there's a boss in the game that kind of replicates that oh shit drop in the floor moment that you get at the end of Wukong, where Clone Monkey steals your gourd and drinks your gourd. And I was like, okay, Dude, Trax, between you and Ian telling me all this dope shit about Kazan and 14, the devs of these games got to cut you checks. You guys should not be doing all this marketing for free, because that made me want to immediately play Kazan for sure. Because I remember just how batshit insane that moment was in Wukong. So if there's anything on that level of like batshit crazy, dude, I'm there day one. Also, my brain isn't braining tonight. I just now realized that the fact that we don't fight the big guy is because he's one of those enemies that doesn't respawn. That's the reason. No spoilers, but the third boss in the game, you got 4 heals and it has 2 phases, as in 1 full boss health bar, then another full boss health bar with more moves, no heal reset. What the fuck? And there's like no trick to it. You just gotta like get good. That's crazy. Okay, I'm scared. In a good way. I cannot wait to try Kazan, man. It looks so good. I've been seeing more stuff about it. I try not to watch too much because I don't want to like spoil it for myself, but dude, the art style is so spellbinding. It looks like such a spellbinding game. I hope it gets some nods at the Game Awards for sure, like later this year. Because it's definitely one of the most standout games I've ever seen. One of those games that kind of proves that realistic graphics don't always matter, right? Alright, I gotta not get fucked. Forgot how agile these big boys are. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was about to ask who hurt you, but, you know, then knowing the lore, I'd rather not ask that. Only way I got through was to memorize phase 1 until I just got through without with my heals. Damn. In a way, I really do love that. Like, assuming that the fight isn't frustrating, but is like purely challenging and fair, but it's difficult. Right, just difficult but fair. That's like really, really cool to me. And you just have to like keep dying over and over, but it is fair, and if you learn enough as you play, you eventually will crack it. Those are my favorite kind of fights. If it's just like frustrating for the sake of being frustrating, and it's like, oh, just get lucky, and it's like, I don't really know, man. I don't know, Ming. But I'd imagine it's the former. Because from everything I've seen about Kazan, people have nothing but really good things to say, really positive things to say about it. Let me see what's happening real quick because I'm saving my game and Addy died. Get good. Back to Crisis Core, based. Yeah, sorry, man. This is my first time playing Bloodborne. No, I'm not going to be good at a game I'm playing for the first time. I don't know what accent I was even trying to do there. What the fuck? I haven't hit a super frustrating wall yet because I'm really vibing with the Sekiro-esque poise parry. Yeah. From what I heard, if you like parrying, Kazan is a really fun time. Okay, I'm just gonna go in here. I'm just gonna light this lamp, which is right next to a shortcut leading us to the boss man. And now I'm gonna deal with you. Wow. Imagine being a filthy cheater and clipping through a wall, even though that's what I do all the time. Oh, there's Simon's Bowblade. Okay, before we fight this guy, I don't want to forget. Let's read the descriptions for both weapons. I love Simon's Bowblade, by the way. It's actually a bow in Bloodborne. It's a trick weapon that's a bow and arrow. The weapons of this DLC are like on another level. Simon's Bowblade. I did a playthrough of this a long time ago. It's a really fun weapon. It's honestly one of the only ways to fight through Cursed Amygdala in one of the Chalice dungeons. There's like a really hard super boss version of him, which took me forever to beat, but I remember needing to use this for that. So this was the choice weapon of Simon, one of the first healing church hunters. Simon despised firearms, and so the church workshop had this specially fashioned to his liking. The large curved blade serves as a bow when transformed. But aside from a few close friends, Simon was scoffed at for his choice of arms. For who would dare face the beasts with a measly bow? Simon was just based. Alright. Let's have a look here. Such a cool looking blade. And then you turn it into a bow. And R1 is literally just firing off the arrows. And the power attack is like a stronger arrow. Forgot what the segues are with this. Oh, that's kind of sick. So cool. Alright, back to Chickage. I think a Chickage playthrough. Where is where? Where'd he go? Go back to his position. Feels artful to learn the patterns. I can imagine, yeah. One of my favorite things about Souls-likes and Soulsborns is dying over and over. That's it. No, I'm kidding. Just dying over and over and learning the movesets. And then eventually trying to get through the iframes, dodge the moves. Once you fully understand them, doing your best, and then finally feeling that euphoria once you're able to get through enough of them, deal enough damage, and then run the fight. Truly unparalleled. Absolute cinema. So wait, Ian, did you actually go and buy Kazan, or is that still part of the demo? Because if that's all in the demo, like, damn, that's a hell of a demo. I shelled out, let's go. Can't blame you. Ooh, I didn't actually think we were going to be able to visceral him there. Alright, just gonna start going the 6 o'clock way. Wanna follow me? The 6 p.m. is cool. They got stacks at 6 p.m. Oh my god, you can parry that attack? Oh dear. Just the visceral. Broski, come on. Okay, I'm gonna kill you first. The adults are talking. Out of here. Oh my, wow. The demo is quite substantial, even though the download is small. It takes you through the first 2 bosses. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like it when demos have like a decent bit of content, right? I'd have in mind to, if I really wanted to do a really long stream here tonight, play through the remainder of what I've got left in Bloodborne, which is the final area of this DLC that we're doing, and all the Chalice dungeons. If that's even feasible, if I can even do that tonight. And then try the demo for Kazan, and then watch the Nintendo Direct, but I don't know if I'm goblin enough for all that. We'll have to see. But I did kind of toy with that idea. I want to kill this man. I'm sorry, that sounded psychotic. I swear I'm not a psycho. Even though I'm killing these brutally tormented villagers. Dude. Where did I get stuck? I lost all my echoes again. What the fuck? I just want to kill him to see what he's got. Any a singing voice? Who can see where the road goes? I'm so sorry. I probably butchered the way you're meant to sing that. I don't recognize the lyrics. I'm so bad when it comes to just music. That isn't video game music. I don't know why either. It's the weirdest thing. I should be more in sync with like popular music and just music in general. But the funny thing is, if I hear what song it's a part of, I probably will recognize what the song is. Or I'll definitely know the song. I'm gonna do this. Weapon at risk. His booty hole's at risk. After that, oh dear. So's mine apparently. Oh dear. Oh god. When are you meant to frickin' visceral this guy? That just one taps you? It's okay, I'll just pivot. There's a new hunter. There's a new hunter in town. He's like the best around. Now that I do recognize. I believe Kyrie didn't win a Grammy for that lyrical masterpiece. Honestly, I'm glad Rebirth did end up winning Best Soundtrack at the Game Awards. I'm glad it won something, right? I was so shocked, though, that not that Rebirth specifically didn't win Game of the Year, but that it wasn't ultimately between Rebirth and ReFantazio. And that Astrobot won in general, like, that was really, really left field. I mean, good for Astrobot, though. It did look like a genuinely fantastic game. There we go. We're going to use this. Repair my stupid sword. Stupid. All your fault. In the words of the Yarnamites. All your fault we're losing Chicago. Lighthouse Hut. Going back to the Lighthouse Hut. May not be no Pizza Hut, but it's definitely one of the huts of all time. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and read. Plot twist. What was the stupid key that we just got? Is it underground cell inner chamber key? Surely it's not. It actually might be. Because it talks about the Grand Cathedral cell. Oh, yeah. Key to the inner chamber of the cell below the Grand Cathedral. Innermost chamber of the underground cell holds a lone madman. He wears a beast hide and rings a bell that emits no sound. On ending, death awaits those who can hear the soundless bell. Alright, death awaits this bozo too. fucking skulls. What? How did he hear that? Out of everything he could have heard. Piece of shit. And now all they're dropping is oil urns. Great. No, not that move. Oh my god, I almost got cooked. All right. Realsies? I just want to kill him. I'm having so much trouble with this guy in this playthrough. It's like they just don't want me making progress. Can you believe that? Oh my god. It's like they don't want me to finish the game. It's like there are elements here that just don't want me to do the rolling of no credits. Bye-bye. Over here, man. I don't think it's ever taken me this long to beat him. Genuinely. Oh my lord. There we go. That didn't take long at all. I don't understand. Yo, we're actually cooked. We're having this much difficulty on this guy. We're cooked. We're so cooked. Make peace with whatever gods you worship, Mark. or that Omni-Man meme goes. Or meme. I love that. I forgot how it goes exactly. He's like, make peace with whatever gods you worship, Mark. We're finished. Okay. guys behind, of course. Dude, those attacks are insane. Keep forgetting about these dudes every single time. Oh, here we go. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Here we actually go. Fuck face. Can we just do that like every single time, potentially? Asking for a friend. I'm so cooked, man. I don't know why I'm trying to kill him. I don't know why I really want to kill him. I think I'm just like not over the fact that I lost like 14 grand at the beginning and I want to kill him and kill everything else and get all of it back. My ego will not allow me to move on. And I'm down to 16 Quicksilver bullets. This day could not get any worse. Okay. You know what? I don't know why I am the way that I am. Just gonna do that. Oh, that doesn't do shit. Moss house don't really do shit. Alright, Caillou. Me with your best shot. The point of us rolling that one if you're getting a follow up. There we go. I'm gonna follow up with that one. That's what I should have been doing all along. And then, yeah, you know, not to give you guys any anxiety attacks or anything like that, but you gotta, like, fight two of these guys at once. In a really small, claustrophobic environment. Because Hidetaka Miyazaki is everyone's favorite sadist. We love you anyway, Miyazaki. Yes, I actually am going backwards. I cannot in good conscience continue without getting a bunch of echoes. For all my woes. Echoes for woes. Discord notification was evil, Addy. I also forgot it was the 1st of April. I'm sorry, Trax. You're not the first person to have been given a heart attack by that one. Addy and Bad Ideas. Even more iconic duo. I came up with the most low effort, poor April Fool's joke imaginable. But it was an April Fool's joke nonetheless. One of the jokes of all time. I don't want to be going through none of this again. So is this guy like the same giant as the one I fought in the little hut there? Or is he a different one? Because I thought that one just doesn't respawn anymore. What the fuck? Brewski, please. Ow. Anyways, back to work. Thanks for dropping in, Tracks. Black Ops 6 tomorrow, boys? Probably this weekend. I'll hit you guys up. Damn it. There we go. Very nice. That's unfortunate. Oh my god. I got eaten. And I get spit out. I did not get spitten and spit it out. That's just evil, man. I think it's two of those guys, though, at the bottom of this well that we'll eventually have to contend with. Oh no, that big asshole's back. Wow. I misremembered. I actually thought that when you kill these guys, they don't come back. They may not have forgotten about that. We'll make the deadited. May I ask where the hell my runes are? My echoes? Oh, with that guy. I'm just gonna leave and come back. I'm gonna go leave and get all these quicksilver bullets. I'm low-key kind of cheesed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm low-key very, 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 very cheesed. I feel like putting a fist through my monitor. I'm just not showing it. Because I didn't realize we're this low on quicksilver bullets. Someone explain that. Make that make sense, dog. How we not had any reserve quicksilver bullets? Make it make sense. Alright, I'll get like 40. I'll like spend all of my echoes. They're all getting spent. Unlike me. Not spent. Not yet. But I might be getting there. Alright, here we go. Let's head down this way. I'll take that. Open that. Never mind. That's not the one that opens. Wait, which one do we open first? Only ever played this DLC twice. Ah, the bell ringing bitches. Not the cool kind. There are no cool kinds. Hey, my favorite weapon in Bloodborne. It's blood letter. That hurts. Not gonna lie. But you're gonna die. Oh, true, the lightning freaks. I'll be taking that. Thanks for the hydrate, Darkest. How's it going, man? Welcome on in. Rador donned a compatriot's beastly scalp and hide while still moist with blood. Most of the blood stains on his hide were from that day. Interesting. From the popcorn, like that. Can appreciate that. Don't appreciate this thing though. Appreciate the damp gem. Thank you very much. Appreciate you to being dead. Very, very nice of you. I remember there's like way more hectic stuff down below. Might as well drop down. Might as well. Might as well kill you too. Let's die horribly in flames while I'm at it. Go on and get. Oh, cheers. Just gonna go this way. Going to keep on going this way. I'm gonna keep on going back that way. Because I can. Nope. Sit. Okay, apparently these dogs weren't trained. Yeah, apparently I got stuck there if I try to push that. So I'd rather not. Alright, here goes. Got the whole party. Fun for the family. Thwack, thwack, thwack. There's no stopping the thwackage. Oh, here, fishing. It's a fishing hamlet. A fisher must fish. Much like a hunter must hunt. Also a chunker must chunk. So I'll take blood chunks. Alright. Who else? Oh, there you are. Looking all over for you. I have an important message about your car's extended warranty. Hang on. How do you go back up there? Oh, with the ladder, right? The stairs. I will be sure to revisit that ladder or hit up these stairs. Thankfully, you know, that one character in the lore that we've been talking about, Madman Miyazaki, his redeeming quality that stopped him from being a supervillain was the fact that he made this place rife with blood vials. It was an otherwise diabolical area with a capital D. Alright, you can stop ringing the Pizza Hut bell. I know you're there. A ladder for this area, right? Nope. Oh, true. Other bloodletter, bitch. But yep, that's basically the weapon. You impale the fuck out of yourself like Chicago. And do crazy cool shit. Alright. I'll show you my blood, since you've shown me yours. Ow. What? That didn't hit him? That should. Get good. Teabagged. I got the beast hide garb. That was a spooky sound. I'm gonna go ahead and wear it. I think all this blood calls for a wardrobe change. The bloodied hide of a horrible... I don't know why I had trouble with that. Horrible cleric beast pulled over the back. While the attached beast hide, this foreign garb wouldn't raise anyone's eyebrows. Brador donned a compatriot's beastly scalp and hide. Oh, we read that part? Brador. Interesting lad. Yeah, we got cleric beast's hide now. Go ahead and put on the bloodied gloves. My hand should be covered in blood. Is lore accurate? I'm using chickage. The blood of chickage. We're using chickage to get my blood. Which then becomes a blood of chickage. And like a symbiotic relationship going on here. I'll be taking that. I'll not be taking that direction. I'll not be taking any steps forward from this point. Unless you want to go for a trip down memory lane with Dark Souls 2. What's the words? Underground Lake. Not the name of the actual place. You know what I'm talking about. Uh-huh. Here's another ladder. Bitch. Oh, simmer down there, Sparky. Hey, worms. Just kidding, those are fish. Don't blame me. Game about alien babies and parasites. And worm-looking ones at that. Really makes you think of worms. No, this isn't a hype moment. Hunter. Actually, never mind, it is. I was about to say, we can't get his item. I don't know why you're accidentally emoting there and pretending to be hyped. And And that is not, in fact, a hype moment. Oh, I forgot we have the Fist of Gracia here. I gotta do a playthrough someday of this thing, right? I did a playthrough with this. Interesting how you need 5 blood tinge to be able to use it. I mean, I think you need... Well, it makes sense because it's a secondary. Generally, the secondaries are blood weapons, even though that's a strength weapon, right? What's up, Heavenly? How's it going? Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you lads being here. Okay, I'm actually gonna head up here now again. This time I'm gonna try and mosey on appropriately. So yeah, clearly you have to keep on these bridges. Yep, here's a new part. Methinks this is a new area, Hunter. Indeed, indeed. I know I always got Elden Ring vibes from this place. Well, not always, because the last time I played Bloodborne, Elden Ring wasn't even a thing. But now I'm going through the game again. Feels like I'm going through one of those mine levels in Elden Ring. Bitch. Yeah. Such a cool weapon, man. I'll be taking those. I'll be relieving you of some Gatorade you no longer need. It's like real life sports. Defeat your competition and you steal their Gatorade, right? Oh, bless up. This guy had like 5 bullets. I actually need a lot of those. I'm in the market for those. Living in a weird-ass timeline where we got more blood vials and QS bullets. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the freebies. I think those can be considered freebies, right? You mercilessly slaughter someone and you take their belongings. Derpy derpsters. And drop down any of those beams? Or items? I don't think I can. And drop down on those things that those dudes are just hanging out on. Unintended. I'll be opening that. I have half a mind to just keep pushing forth. Think we can do it. And then we have 30 grand. Feeling ballsy. Dragon ballsy. Let me go ahead and take that item. And your lives. Hamletian creatures of the night. Know your demise. So we're fighting through a bunch of the poor freaks, the poor sods of the fishing hamlets, who I think were transformed into the beings that we see them as here as a result of interfacing with the Great One Kos. Yeah, so ultimately we are going to come across Kos, the first Great One that the Yharnamites encountered during their lovely salubrious trip down the fishing hamlet. As you can see, this place is in tip-top condition with some warm, welcoming, inviting locals. We can't wait for their next set of visitors after the old hunters. Definitely a couple of, you know, pretty cordial bunch. Kos, or some say Kossum, grant us eyes. As he once did the vacuous Rom. Yeah, Mikolash, for being the derpy derpster he is, actually has a bunch of crucial lore information in this game. He's one of the few gems in the game to actually drop a bunch of intel. So yeah, this is... the fishing hamlet is home to Kos, who the Bergenworth scholars and the old hunters gutted the hell out of, took a bunch of her parts, her eyes as well. And then I think they did the experiments on the ones here at the fishing hamlet. If not, I think slaughtered them because the fishing hamlet inhabitants were trying to protect Kos because I think they worshipped her. I think that's what it actually was. And because of their weird relationship with Kos, they were turned into these kind of beings. But yeah, then they took all the parts of Kos, as well as the inhabitants here, the parts of these weird freaky deakies, and then started doing all their tests. The rest is kind of history. Why he out there howling, though? Good question, Ming. I guess some questions are best left unanswered. Well, you know, considering... well, we can put a tribute, a headcanon to it. Now, considering the fact that Mikolash was in some kind of a nightmare, and a nightmare is a type of dream. Oh, dear God.
Unending death awaits those
who the fuck is this prick? And why did I get stuck there for no reason? Well, there definitely was a reason. There's a reason for everything. But yeah, I'd imagine that Mikolash was just stuck in a nightmare that he considered a dream where he got to live out his ultimate furry fantasy, you know? People be living out their fantasies in all these dreams and nightmares. I'm gonna go ahead and go back. And Crisis Core, did you beat Minerva? I did, yes. One of the hardest super bosses. I beat her on hard mode. And shaved a couple years off my life, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I come in, you die. Very unfortunate timing. Makes sense, though. It's my first time playing Bloodborne. I'm a complete Bloodborne virgin, right? Never played this game before. Don't know anything about it. Tends to happen, you know. Tends to happen on your first go-through of games. Oh, dear. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
It's those who pry into the unknown.
This is not true. This is an April Fool. Debatable. Opposite of the Juggernaut buff. Oh, God. Let's hope not. Let's put my 40k echoes back, man. I forgot about that nerd. But yeah, when you get her onto Minerva, if you have any interest in beating her, and you want them tips, you want some kind of a guide, but you want like a super fun meme guide. One of my favorite videos that I've ever made was I made like a joke slash meme montage video explaining how to beat Minerva and how I did it in Crisis Core. I forgot to mention. It's some of the most fun I've ever had making a video. And I wanted to make a series out of that called, what's it called? What was the name of the video? I was the first in a planned series, but then I never did more of them because it just took me so much time to make that one video. And believe it or not, I actually didn't use Costly Punch. Costly Punch is not a super reliable way of doing it. You'll be very surprised. It actually involves Assault Twister. You can actually make one of the basic starting materias, Assault Twister, into the most OP goddamn thing in the entire game. It's still going to be a really hard fight because she has a lot of one-shit bullshit, but Assault Twister absolutely melts her, like, relative to everything else. But, oh yeah, I call the video Addy Rex. And it was like Addy Rex and then colon, and the first video was obviously about Minerva, and I was going to, like, make more videos too. I had a planned video for Resident Evil 4 Remake's professional S+ speedrun. I wanted to make a video about that and how I did that. But I was like, oh man, I'm just too burned out from all the editing. That was a super fun video to make. I'll link it to you for sure when you get around to Minerva. Stay spamming Assault Twister and Blizzard Blade. Yeah, Assault Twister is really good. If you eventually give Assault Twister, I think it's like MP Turbo materia, which is that, I think it's the materia that makes it so you do more damage with, or no, it was Assault Twister Plus that I used, and then yeah, MP Turbo and a couple of other things. So MP Turbo makes your attacks deal more damage, I'm pretty sure, but they use more MP or AP or something like that. I'll have to look back into what I did exactly, but it was a very, very cracked out method. But yeah, Minerva was completely bonkers, man. Because your Phoenix Downs don't matter. Like, she has this attack called Flash Slash that cuts through your Phoenix Down and one-shots you. And it can be, like, very bullshitty. Let's go. I got stuff and things back. Fantastic. But yeah, definitely one of the most fun super bosses ever. Like, you'll... Like, the feeling of euphoria you get when you beat Minerva for the first time is so good, man. Oh my goodness. Actually, in a second here... Wait. It's kind of bothering me now. I'm trying to remember what I did for that strategy. You guys want to check out a bit of the video? You guys want to check out a bit of the video where I kind of explained what I did? Because it's actually kind of bothering me. I'm trying to remember what I did to beat Minerva now. It was Assault Twister plus MP Turbo. And then, but there's like more to it. I think you needed like specific gear and stuff too. Hang on. This is actually gnawing away at me now. I need to know what I did. Better than Ruby Weapon and Valkyries and God of War? Definitely up there, yeah. I don't know who my favorite super boss ever would be, but I think Minerva is definitely up there for sure. More than Millennia, the best optional super boss? I think so. Like, if we're just talking in terms of sheer difficulty, I think, yeah, like... Minerva is hands down the most difficult super boss I have deadass ever had to take on in any video game ever. I think it's second to none, the hardest boss, like, of all time for me. Millennia, like, I never personally struggled on, but I think that makes sense because I came at her when I was, like, really, really late into Elden Ring. And this, like, I went up against her, like, the first time I actually summoned. Then the second time around, I wanted to do it summon less. But at that point, I'd already beaten promised consort Radon in the DLC, so it was really, really strong. I was like, okay, how hard is Millennia going to be compared to Radon? Let's go find out. And yeah, she was kind of a cakewalk. But I made a really fun video. Hang on. I'll pull it up. It's like 20 minutes long, but I was inspired a lot by those boss rage videos that Maximilian dude would make. I was like, I want to do something similar for Minerva. I think that will be like a really fun idea. So it's like one of the most fun videos I ever made. I still brag about beating Consort Radon, as you should, man. It was no walk in the park. Absolutely not. Can I pull this up? There we go. Hey! That's so much fun with this video. So, some months ago back at the start of this year, I finally 100%ed Crisis Core Reunion, the remaster to one of my favorite games growing up that I played many times. However, I never completed every little bit of side content there was to do in the game, much less beat the game's copyright himself. That all changed. I'm gonna come on myself with a copyright strike. Reunion, I finally took on this super boss on the hardest difficulty because I have a screw loose in my brain. And this is a boss who many consider to be one of the longest and most used to do all missions to get to Minerva. Dude, I can't blame you. It is such a tedious process. It's more fun in Crisis Core Reunion, but as a kid, when I played the original Crisis Core growing up, without all the quality of life stuff, I never ever got around to Minerva because going through the missions in that was brutally painstaking. But in CC Reunion, they made things a lot like more hassle-free to go through for sure. It didn't take me long, but it's still like why that was. It's still a big ask. 5 million HP, check. A boss who takes holy 2 hits to kill you within an hour-long fight. Bro, I forgot she has 75 fucking million HP. Well, there you go. That's why I think she's one of the craziest super bosses. It didn't take me because I have a screw loose in my brain. And this is a boss who many consider to be one of the longest and most grueling fights in video game history. It didn't take me long to see just why that was. A boss with over 75... Like, bro. No wonder this took me... I think it took me like 2 to 3 streams to beat her. Doing missions 8 and missions 10 so I can get decent items. There's some really powerful items you can get in some of the missions. I don't forget all... I forget all of them. I don't remember them all at the top of my head, but... a lot of them are very rewarding to do. The issue is a lot of them are very repetitive and feel very copy-pasty. And that's why they can get very tedious. But so much more hassle-free than the OG. Because the OG didn't have autosaves. You have to like redo the whole thing. And I'm pretty sure in Reunion there were like autosaves before battles and stuff like that. So you can go through them a lot faster. What's up, Ryan? Hey, the Juggernaut buff is here. What about Weiss in Intermission? I definitely think Minerva was harder. I fought Weiss as well in Intermission. He was a little bit tough, but definitely not like one of the hardest. But he was a really fun super boss too. It was like I think he was a cool secret for sure. I like the whole gimmick of how if you take too long, he'll charge up his ultimate attack and then wipe the whole team. 1 million HP? Check. A boss who takes a maximum of 2 hits to kill you within an hour-long fight? Check. Minerva required over an hour of pure focus, determination, and perfect gameplay to decimate. And suffice to say, this took me a while. This fight spawned the idea of a new series on my YouTube channel, where I chronicle my journey of beating some of the toughest bosses and challenges in the games we stream over on Twitch. I only made like one of these though. At the back of my mind for a while now. But today, that idea turns into a reality. This is how I wrecked Minerva the Super Boss from Crisis Core Reunion. Let's go! I didn't even realize I'm actually... This is like really bothering me. I need to remember what I did. Oh my god! I'm so curious what I did. 9 hours and 26 minutes of streaming tonight, we have finally made it to the final mission of Crisis Core. It took me like 3 days. Fantasy VII Reunion, where we are about to try out the fight against Minerva, where I have the utmost confidence that we are going to fail. But I still want to check it the fuck out. Once server stream, I did it, and I hated it. We're enough said. This the fuck out. And check it out on my archives channel. That was definitely one of the playthroughs of all time. So like I've been saying, I know some of her moves. Wait, I'll link this for you guys. I had a lot of fun doing the review video for it. Hang on. Where is it at? Boop, 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 boop. You know, I had more fun doing the review than playing the game. There you go. So that's the Dirge review. I don't know. It's definitely one of the playthroughs of all time. I know she has an ultimate that bypasses your Phoenix down. Chaos Dirge of Cerberus. Is that like a difficulty mode? Intro animation for Zack. God. This is so cool. Alright. Let's get this party started. Right, okay. So, just like always a super boss. Fuck that. Costly Punch is one of the strongest abilities in the game, especially when combined with the Genji Glove, which breaks Zack's damage cap and allows him to deal upwards to 99k damage, the maximum amount in the game. As a result, using Costly Punch is a popular strategy against Minerva, but one that didn't seem to work out too well for me. You'll see what I mean. Yes, I did use Costly Punch, and yeah, it was kind of really a disaster for me, but it is one of the like recommended strategies. It's not a bad way to go about it. Need to find a good movie video, fit on YouTube for Ricky. I won't make him suffer through it. Yeah, I can't blame you. I think the best way to experience Dirge, if you just want to know the story, which if you ask me is... it's not worth knowing the story, but if you feel like you owe it to yourself as a FF7 fan, and you want to go through it, the best way is probably by watching like the cutscenes on YouTube. I think that's what I even recommended in my review of the game. I think the cutscenes were just more fun to watch than actually playing it. Dirge stuff is coming up in Remake and Rebirth. True, but it's kind of relegated to the backdrop, right? You don't... it's not like a necessary playing or viewing experience to be able to fully like comprehend it in those games, which I can appreciate that they went that direction. But yeah, like definitely if you're a big fan of like the 7 sub-series and you feel like you owe it to yourself, then by all means, like that's why I played Dirge for sure before Rebirth came out, because I was like, oh, you know what, I know it's not meant to be great, but I just want to kind of experience it for myself. So I do definitely get that. Not needed, but Nero and Intermission could use context for sure, yeah. I like, though, that the way they implemented him was just like a secret, weird-ass, like, super boss who doesn't really make you... he doesn't beckon you to know everything about him, but he leaves enough there for you to go, if I want to know more about him, even if I don't need to know more about him, I guess I could go through Dirge. Is it a good idea, though? Is it a good idea? Well, that might be the question. Yeah, every single one of her hits are insta kills. Gotta be real careful, even with the wall up. Oh my gosh! Bringing out the big guns. All right, Apocalypse. Yeah, she cuts through Phoenix down. Genesis. Nothing at all. I love it. Give me the 99 Phoenix Downs game. Aye. Jade Weapon. I think a Jade Weapon would be really cool. 83 Phoenix Downs. Wonderful. Attempting to mug or steal from Minerva will award you with the maximum amount of Phoenix Downs you're able to carry. Definitely going to introduce more weapons and stuff in the next one. Does for the player. You're going to want to gorge on these during the fight, since you'll be dying to Minerva a lot. Only problem, though, is... well, you'll see in a second. Oh, what? Do some of her attacks just... oh, is J Weapon in Before Crisis? That was just her ultimate. That's cool. I never played that one. The mobile game. Have fun dealing with Minerva's flash slash attack, which completely... we can skip ahead. But basically, Minerva is like a huge bitch. Let's see what I did. So you I had to do a lot of grinding. Almost got her to like half. As soon as her HP is like around her E, around the letter E on her name, that's when... this also happened to be the splendid day where Minerva would finally go down, but not before even more grinding. You see, I'd come to the conclusion that Costly Punch and Gill Toss were not working for me. I'm gonna die. Same thing happened as before. So, I resorted to... so the reason Costly Punch and Gill Toss are kind of difficult to contend with in this game is because you need to, like, whittle down her ultimate damage, because if you don't get it to, like, 50% or below, then she's gonna, like, one-shot you, right? So I think that's why I went with the Assault Twister strat. It completely melts that. Actually involved using a very unlikely materia for this fight. Assault Twister. Assault! Crisis Core I forgot I did that. Might be thinking to themselves, Addy, what the hell are you thinking using that? That's so much fun making this video at the very start of the game against this literal goddess. And honestly, you're right. If I didn't know any better, I'd be asking myself the same damn question. But here's the thing. I made this materia a beast. Oh my god. Damn question. But here's the thing. I forgot I made a thing meme, thing reference before Marvel Rivals was even conceived. Kind of proud of myself. I'm kind of proud of myself. Totally forgot it. I even did that. I made this materia a beast. And an actual Rivals meme. Punch and guilt. A Rivals meme. In 2023. Assault Twister by nature allows you to pull off a slew of rapid attacks against your enemy, and even though you get or 22, I think, whenever this game came out, usually isn't anything to boast about, there is a way to straight up make this the most powerful materia in the game. And here's how I did that. Step 1, have Assault Twister. Step 2, do a fuck ton of materia fusion to make it as strong as possible. Step 3, do a fuck ton of materia fusion to make some cracked out SP turbo there we go. So I used SP turbo. So I think that's the thing that makes your YOLO materia / SP attack stronger. And vitality up. And what do those do? They basically make it so that you deal unspeakable damage at the expense of SP. So we're now at the point where we have a super duper speedy twisty attack that hits the enemy a ton, combined with 2 SP turbo attack materias that amplify the damage of each of those super duper twisty speedy attacks tenfold. But now we just need a nigh infinite supply of SP. So here's step 4. True. Farm SP by going to mission 953 and kill the movers. Little orange guys for a amount of SP. Give me all that SP. Oh yeah, 100,000. These guys drop so much SP. Assault Twister during the fight with Minerva, which lasts longer than the entirety of the Lord of the Rings extended cut trilogy. And last but not least, step 5. Go kick some ass. Boy, if this doesn't work, work, you guys, I no longer believe in Santa Claus. Let's go. Yeah, so I did beat her here, I think. Right. Did you see that Assault Twister on Judgment Arrow? Oh! I'm so excited. Wait, let's see. All right, let's not get caught. So yeah, jump is another one that's really important because of her. Some of her attacks you just want to like not get hit by. No. That is one shot. Oh my god, the damage. Oh! Oh! So I don't think you completely melt her ult. We're set. But yeah. Fucked, Minerva. Did you see that Assault Twister? You just get it to 50% and you're good. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so happy we're here now. I'm so happy we're this powerful now. Bringing out the big guns. It's actually pretty big. The one time Genesis is actually being a useful dick. Poor Genesis. No one likes him. I'm commentating. I'm so focused on this. Can't afford to miss a second. It didn't register. Can you imagine if that was it? Can you imagine if that was it? This took like an hour. That was it. Let's go. Let's go. I remember we got like another attempt. It was like somewhere in between, like over here. We had another attempt where we were really close after like an hour of fighting her, and then we died. That's like the hardest part of this fight, is not letting your nerves get to you. Because when you get her like really low, you can get nervous and then fuck up somewhere, right? And that's it. Because everything she does is a one-shot, dude. Everything she does is a one-shot. Let's get it, man. Only 69 proficiency. You gotta get 100 real quick. I think it caps out at 69, if I remember correctly. Which, if that was intentional because of funny number reasons. Let's get it, nice. Man. Minerva wrecks on hard mode. Jesus Christ, did you guys see how close we were to choking there at the end? What does this give you? Divine Slayer is the thing she drops. It's insane. I think it gives you like every single something. every single something. What was that? It's really good. Another scenario where my button just wasn't registering for me to jump, and she was almost about to annihilate me with her slicer attack or whatever, right? The flash slash shit. Oh my god, and knowing how close we were to the final hit too, imagine if he choked there. There we get it. You killed someone. You took a life. Oh, I was so strong. Christ.
100%ed, peace had returned at last to not only a dank cave under Gaia,
I just want to see
but
the
my
stats.
sanity as well. Minerva was without a doubt one of the longest and hardest, that's what she said, bosses I have ever faced. Prevailing over this endeavor took me a total of 3 streams that were each 5 to 10 hours long, with the final battle where we
Jesus.
emerged triumphant, taking us a little over an hour to beat.
Oh,
And that's
all of them took
after
10
becoming
hours.
As powerful as we could possibly be on hard mode. So just imagine how much longer this shit would have taken us without the absurd amount of grinding we did. For a fight that took us a total of 28 attempts, and considering all the torture that Minerva subjected us to, there is no way I'm rating this fight any less than 10 irritable me's out of 10. Do not attempt this at home. Unless you're playing a normal mode, then we can talk. But anywho's, that there was how he wrecked Minerva the Super Boss from Crisis Core Reunion, and completed an unfinished saga from my childhood for a good.
It's all this at the end.
And that's it, folks, for today's debut episode.
Okay,
of
I
what
was
I'm
talking
gonna
about the
call
thing.
Wreckage.
Which never then returned. Sad, man. I wanted to make way more of those, but like the time it took me to edit just one for Crisis Core Reunion, God, I remember like staying up for like 2 nights without sleep making that video. Even though like there's literally nothing proficient at all about the editing in it. There's like nothing crazy I did in that video. Actually just getting all the footage, like splicing all the footage and stuff. That's what you kind of like realize, like back when I was like hardcore doing my main YouTube channel, a lot of these like things that I didn't used to think would take very long, such as like getting the footage compiled in general in the first place, like getting all the clips and stuff like that, those aspects actually take you the longest. And funnily, it wasn't even like spicing everything up and doing all the like aspects of editing that you immediately think of when you think of the whole process, like adding all the effects and everything, the transitions, all that, the text. It wasn't even that part that burned me out. It was ultimately just getting the footage together in the first place, because that's such a time-consuming process and a painstaking process. You gotta like think about if you really want that specific clip or not. But I wish I made more of them, honestly, but I was just so burned out. I think the next one would have been a Resident Evil 4 remake speedrun. I think that's like the next big challenge I took on. I was trying to finish the speedrun at that. Hello, what's up, Jacob? How's it going? I click from Discord because I'm like, saying goodbye to what? Enjoy stream, please. Will do. Sorry, I got April Fooled in a not so funny way. I'm a not so funny person. Me taking that. So yeah. Sorry, quick detour there. I apologize. I just really had to know how I beat Minerva. I had to jog my memory. So, largely I was correct. It was really just a Salt Twister and not MP Turbo, but yeah, there's an SP Turbo in the game as well. Or your yellow materia. Not gonna push that just yet. Go back up. Also, just kind of fun watching that video again. Like I said, man, it was like one of the most fun videos I ever made on YouTube. We'll take the Kin Cold Blood. We'll open that door. And we have the shortcut back to the lamp. I'm gonna go ahead and take a level. Yes, only true statements allowed, man. It's April Fools. Can't be telling no lies. You playing Marvel Rivals, by the way? How are the games going? Are you winning, son?
Gamino. Very well.
Yeah, let's put one into Vitality. Try and get that to 40. I'm also gonna go ahead and buy some bullets. Or how many vials do we have? Oh shit. We actually have none stored? It's not good. That's 6 of those. Moment of truth coming up, guys. Get ready for another potential Addy Rex video, considering how hard this might be. Just kidding. It is still gonna be really hard. La la la. I hate how the humming is so creepy, but it's so catchy at the same time in this game. Time to go up against another winter lantern. Prepare your dream catchers, guys. You're gonna have nightmares. Oh, God. Well, good thing I spent my echoes. Got melted. Oh, my God. The tricky thing is that you don't really want to go for the viscerals most of the time because sometimes they grab you. And you're like, shit, I'm just desperate to try and, like, take out their HP right now. I just want to, like, keep spamming my attack button. Oh, that's gonna be worth it. I'll call him back up. So I want to, like, understand something, like some kind of issue I'm having here. Title. Reason this window was cut off. Not the stream window, don't worry. Figure that out for the next stream. Technical difficulties. Bitch, leave me alone. I was so fucking far away from that. Also, why did I go for my echoes when I had already used all of them? And I'm at the point where 745 doesn't mean a lick of anything. Make it make sense. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and equip the sedatives. Sedatives. And pronounce it as sedatives. We had a sedative gang in the chat. Alright, let's go down. Definitely isn't the first time. Hopefully it'll be the last. Oh, it's definitely not going to be the last. What am I saying? Not because of these bozos. Come on. Oh my god. Yeah, these ones are generally a lot harder than the Nightmare Frontier. Should equip my frenzy gear for this. I believe that's Henrik's set at the moment. There you go with Henrik's set there. Oh wow, regular hunter garb has way more frenzy res actually. What's interesting is that Henrik's hunter cap has the best frenzy resistance out of the caps. In terms of the garbs, it's a standard hunter garb. It gives you the most res. Yeah, even the standard hunter gloves. What can we make of this in the lore? So yeah, speaking of lore stuff, Obviously, the reason we're seeing winter lanterns now is because we are in a nightmare ultimately. We're not in the real world. And those are accursed versions of the Hunter's doll. Hunter's puppet. Nightmare version of the puppet. Probably best to run through these lanterns in this instance. Get the gem, get the Kincoal blood. Take a sedative. Heal twice. There's a big boy down here. I believe there are two usually. Let me think of another place though. Beautiful. And another one drops down now. Yep. I had a feeling halfway through that fight, that's how that works. Oh, no. Almost had him there. I wonder if it's HP based or if you just like have to take long enough and then the other guy shows up. I hope it's HP based. I kind of fail to remember. It's rough though, man. Rough to contend with, that's for sure. That's for damn sure. I don't got no vials, no mo. Yeah, this is how you also get a actually, nope, that's where you get the weapon. My bad. Go down here. And this is one of my favorite weapons and also a favorite lore detail of mine. So there's a secret area at the bottom of what is a well, actually. I lied. That's not the weapon I was thinking of. That's not the item I was thinking of. Yeah, I think the weapon is actually exactly where I was thinking of originally before I thought it would be there, which it is not there. But we will get to it. We are not. What happens if we go that other way? Oh, facts. We're out here again. Apparently we didn't go to the very end where there's that item kind of just hanging out. Oh, true. This is where you get the Blood Rock of the DLC. We still forgot to get the Blood Rock of the base game from Nightmare of Mensis. There is a DLC one available, and that is where you get it. Just gonna get out of your hair, ladies. Don't stop chunking me. Also, they drop down there with you. I love that. So yeah, actually, I just realized the second one that drops down to fight you is the one up top at the very beginning of the hamlet. Facts. And the well I was talking about is the one at the beginning. What the hell? My HP just got deleted upon coming back. Alright then. Be that way, game. I'm actually gonna approach the well from up top itself. I think that's a better idea. Let's cut through you. Let's kill you. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, he grabbed me. Thankfully you didn't. Thankfully I grabbed his life. And threw it down the proverbial gutter. What the? No thanks. It's gonna go here. Fuck you guys. Bye! Peace, bitch. Alright, now assuming the second guy's the one I just killed. And isn't some new one that never existed, like the werewolf in Old Yarnum. Should be able to kill this guy without backup. Come on, let's go. On the other way. Nope. There's a random other one. Love it. Wow. God. He's the weaker one too. I'm just gonna go this way. That is not going to deal damage. That's gonna kill me. Almost, man. Almost.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Darkest. Oh, plenty of water in that well. But I'll take some purified water there, not the other kind of water. God, I'm so low on Blood vials. Are you serious? Yeah, you're about an hour late, Alex. You snooze, you lose, man. That's how it works. Okay, apparently I can't hit him there. Alright, he's gonna annihilate me. That works. Excited for the direct tomorrow? Hell yeah, man. Made a video about it for YouTube. Looking forward to Final Fantasy IX potentially. Right now, the chances of it actually being announced are at an all-time high. I was kind of debating whether I wanted to like stream all through the night and actually stay up for it, but considering it's at 9 Eastern and I'm not on the Pacific Coast, which in that case it would be 6 for me. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna actually happen. No way I'm staying up. Yeah, that sounds like the normal thing to do. Can't blame me for, you know, going the normal route. Probably gonna do the same thing. I want to stream this game too late. No, sir. It's gonna be a nope from me, dog. Also, I'm actually gonna choose the other way as the direction for the walk back. Use another Cold Blood. Grab some more Blood Vials. Go to the Fishing Hamlet, get some more Blood Vials from the Fishing Hamlet. Actually, I'm gonna go back real quick. My bad. Also, holy crap, there was a ladder right there that I forgot to kick down. Completely forgot. So apparently I've never played Bloodborne before. Apparently I've never seen that ladder before. I think what should actually really help is that... that... and that. Good shit. Come back to the Fishing Hamlet. Let's go. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Yeah, I'm on fire now, as Zach would say. Hi, guys. Alright. How much damage are you talking now? Not a hot amount. So better than last time, though. Come on. Nice, I think we got him. There we go. Yeah, those runes are huge. For the visceral damage. Trust me, it's worth killing these two. It is very much so worth killing these two guys. You'll see why. I don't want to die. I'm too young to die. Way too young to die. Even though this past week has been making me feel old between Bloodborne 10-year anniversary and FF9 25th. Son of a fuck. Bro, can he not just do a cool move? That was kind of a cool move. Okay, I'm gonna strafe him. There we go. Okay, so backup bitch boy here always drops this. Rakuyo. You actually get a weapon. And what does Rakuyo have to say to Yo? Hunter weapon wielded by Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower. That's right, it's Maria's weapon. The trick sword originated in the same country as the Kanehurst Chikage. Only this sword feeds not off blood, but instead demands great dexterity. Lady Maria was fond of this aspect of the Rakuyo, as she frowned upon blood blades despite being a distant relative of the queen. So she was actually related to Queen Annalise of the Kanehursts. Or the Vilebloods, rather. One day, she abandoned her beloved Rakuyo, casting it into a dark well when she couldn't stomach it no longer. So yeah. Kind of tragic implications here. Basically, Lady Maria was a part of the old hunters, right? Who committed those heinous deeds at the fishing hamlet here, and she regretted her actions. And then she tossed the weapon down the well. And it's also implied elsewhere, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that she met her demise not at the hands of any accursed beings that we normally come into contact with in this game, but of her own two hands. Yeah, so it is actually just a dexterity weapon. Doesn't really scale with blood tinge, even though she was using a bunch of blood in that fight. Kind of like it explains here. Never actually done a Rakuyo playthrough. It's a really cool weapon. It's pure dex. Would have been really cool if it did do blood attacks. Kind of like we saw her doing in the boss fight. So I'm actually going to head out back here now and try and kill some of these villagers for the blood vials. I like how the humming abruptly stops from the winter lanterns. Nice, 5 blood vials. That's kind of juicy. Just gonna let Big Fish Man do big fish things. Let me get that ladder, bruh. Let me get that ladder. Oh, from here. At least I think. Just gonna try something there. That was close. Get out of here, you big bully. Invite you to my sleepover. My humble little abode there. What are you two? Aha. Great one's wisdom. So we can go up here. We can go in here if we want. This is where we drop down the ladder, by the way. Man, that guy's stronger. I like how he fought back at the last second. That's kind of sick. So are you. Stick him ahead. Get dead. Cut you in two. Ah, true, the Harrowed garb. How about the Harrowed set here? Read about it. Certain church hunters obfuscate their identities and slip into the nooks and crannies of the city. This is the garb that allows these harrowed individuals to go unnoticed. Dang, I forgot about these guys. These hunters are keen to early signs of the scourge, serving as a first line of defense against its outbreak. Or perhaps, when the time is ripe, they find signs of the scourge when there are none. It just goes to show the corner beggar is not always who he seems. So there are hunters hiding in plain sight. Very eerie. What about that, what about the helmet, if you will? It's basically like a blindfold. We'll be wearing this shit out in public. This isn't like... These guys think they are the devil of Hell's Kitchen. Doesn't actually say anything different here. Looks so unique compared to the rest of the set. Like, okay, the rest of it is pretty tattered looking too, but then you just got like a blindfold. Like, what? Okay, we should change up our set now. Let's go with the cap. Quite dapper. Cap, old hunter garb. That's so eerie. You can hear someone murmuring to himself. Constable's trousers. I likey me. I likey Tenio Yuri. Looking quite dapper on this fine Hamletian evening. Actually, gonna just collect more vials here real quick. Out of the way. Out of the way, Kay. Trying to get some vials, McKay. Not oil urns. The hell's up with all the oil urns around here? I guess I want to like blow up these little blow-uppy things. Okay, now I'm gonna leave. Goodbye, guys. See, this time it's not an April Fool's. I'm actually leaving. I'm going back to the Hunter's Dream. Alright, I'm gonna spend these 30k echoes. Well, let's actually start off by repairing our weapon here. Also upgrading it too. We'll use one of the blood rocks in Chicago. We'll commit. I'm also thinking of maybe doing a Rakuyo playthrough. It is kind of like, nothing too special about it. Very simple blade. Very classy. Becomes a blade in like a small dagger. Trick variation. Spam R2, you use both of them. L2 is like a spin, it's kind of cool. Never done a playthrough of it. Kind of simple looking, but very elegant. Thinking of what other weapon we kind of want to like run after Chicago for the rest of the playthrough, which there's not a crazy amount left, but we have 2 blood rocks, right? So use one of them to max upgrade Chickage here. Chickadee, it becomes S tier, yes, with the blood scaling, which is huge. Very nice. Use some of our chunks for Evelyn as well. Oh, we go ahead and do that. It's a +9. Let's continue to fortify Chickage. Skill scaling can go to +12. Already quite good though. Alright, the triangular stone. Probably the strongest it can be physically, right? Can't repair it right now. Forget if you like fully repair weapons once you upgrade them.
Go. Very well.
It's like 40 grand to level up. I'm actually not going to do that. I will instead... You know what? Actually, this is good. We'll try 24 vials and good visceral damage because the final boss here that we're going to fight now... Not the... Actually, I just realized not the final boss of the DLC, but... The final main boss. The other one is an optional boss after him. A super secret boss. The boss here can be parried a whole bunch. Probably get like 41 vials if I want. I really should. I really should want to, and I really should. That's like... Oh my god, that's all of our echoes. That's crazy. Had exactly enough to get all of it. Alright, back to the lighthouse. So let me not forget to swap my weapon here. Oh, I actually do have Chicago out. It looked like I didn't for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because of the tiny gun, Evelyn. From an angle, it looked like the blade from Rakuyo. Alright, lads. It's time. Godspeed, Junta. God, I forgot how sick this arena is. Hey, it's a big dead thing. It moves. What sorcery is this? The creature hath given birth to a pale old man. Clearly. He shall henceforth be known as Benjamin Button. Creepy. I forgot he makes those noises. Orphan of Kos, here he is. What's up, Orphan? Been a minute. Are you gonna be nice to me? Are you gonna be naughty or nice? What kind of playthrough is this gonna be? Ooh. Nice so far, nice so far. W visceral. Alright, lock in. Oh, crap. L timing. Oh, L timing again. I missed the parry. W timing, W timing. Alright, here we go. This phase 2 always freaks me the fuck out, man. Shuddering in suspense of it. Hey, can parry him there? Really? It's strange how there's certain attacks that really seem like you should be able to get away with the parry, but he kind of just tanks through them. That was nothing though. He ain't seen nothing yet. You guys just stretching your hands out there, wondering like why this piece of shit is considered like the hardest boss in Soulsborne history. Before LD. Don't worry, you've seen nothing yet. There's more to come. Those are just the appetizers right there. Yeah, the giant placenta that he... yes, that was a placenta he was fighting with, by the way. It was an appetizer. Oh shit, wrong way. You definitely don't want to go down that way. I have a lot of bullets for this. That concerns me. What's up, Orphan? Good to see you again. No, I couldn't pull the visceral off. There we go. Whoa, that was rude. Stop throwing your parts at me, little man. Where are your parents? Surely that's not your mom right there. Where are your manners? Oh, that would have been such a nice visceral there. Yep, here's phase 2. We got all these wings and shit. Oh, yep, that's right behind him too. God. My heart was pounding there. I would just like to put it out there that my heart was pounding there, alright? Fuck. 0 blood vials remaining. Was that our second attempt? So apparently we just beat Koss on our second attempt, or Orphan on our second attempt. We'll take it. I honestly find it hilarious, the sheer number of things that we struggled on in this game. Substantially more than with Koss or Orphan. Goddamn. That is absolutely fucking hog wild hilarious to me. The fact that we like struggled on the goofiest shit imaginable on this playthrough. Not being able to get down in the Hunter's Workshop, right? Dropping down and dying, like falling to our death like 20, 30 times in a row. Dying to that big asshole at the beginning of the fishing hamlet, right? Like 15 or 20, I don't even remember how many times. Like, we died to so many things. Way less threatening than Orphan here. Like, astronomically less threatening than Orphan here. We died to them so much more. than this little prick. I find that so funny. Thanks, Ian. Oh my god. It's actually crazy, man. How much, like... So it's kind of worth talking about a little bit. This is my first time playing Bloodborne after Elden Ring, right? The last time I played Bloodborne was I did like one tiny stream of it back in 2022. Just like a fun little no leveling challenge up until Vicar Amelia. And I never played it ever since. This is my first proper time playing Bloodborne ever since then. Playing Elden Ring and having gone through the entirety of that game, gone through the entirety of the DLC, it really puts into perspective just how much harder a lot of shit got. Like, I'm thinking of the hardest fight in Elden Ring versus the hardest fight of Bloodborne here. The reason why these fights are considered the hardest is because of the sheer number of attacks at once that these bosses do, right? Orphan of Kos goes at like a mile a second, doling out a bunch of crazy bullshit. He just like literally starts throwing tantrums left and right with the placenta, right? And tossing out all those ranged attacks all at once. And then Radahn does pretty adjacent shit in Elden Ring's DLC, right? He starts doing all that crazy AoE bullshit, flying around, shooting stars, all of that. And playing through that, which was infinitely harder than this, and having experienced a version of what we just did in this fight with everything happening at once, but in Elden Ring's DLC, that was significantly harder, really puts into perspective how much easier not just Bloodborne, but literally everything else preceding Elden Ring is than that game. Elden Ring at its hardest is the hardest out of any of these games. It's the easiest one to go through, I would say. It's the easiest one to ease your way into, I would say. But it is absolutely the hardest out of all of them when it is at its hardest. Yeah, it's wild, man. How much easier a lot of these bosses feel after going through Elden Ring. Because the funny thing is, and I noticed this when I was like able to kind of dodge into a lot of Orphan's moves, even when he was dealing a lot of that crazy stuff where he would be just speeding around the entire place. The fact that I was able to like safely dodge into most of it and evade most of it that way, but not with Radahn, because with Radahn it's like, dude, you're gonna be tanking shit. Unless you're like some crazy cracked out no-hit runner, you are not going to be able to dodge into most of his attacks, man. You're only really going to be able to do that in phase 1 before he gets Mikola to help him out in phase 2. In phase 2, with Mikola helping him and just doing all that crazy AoE ranged bullshit, all those very speedy DD attacks, you're not going to be able to like get through that by just dodging into things and trying to like iframe through things. There is so much going on. But at this game's fastest, which is kind of presented here in the form of Orphan, you're able to get through most of it. And without really having to sweat too much either. Like, obviously I was really nervous and on edge during that fight, but man, nowhere near how fucking stressed I was during the Radahn battle. It's insane how much harder these games are getting over time. And this isn't like a slight at these games, by the way. I think that's, like, I'm just a weird sucker for difficulty. I love how that's been the case. I love how uncompromising From Software has been about this whole thing, because understandably, by the way, there are a lot of people who have been kind of advocating for this game to be, for their games rather, to kind of ease up on the difficulty, for From Software to kind of start doling out easier experiences for players. And I love that with Elden Ring, what they did was they made it easier to go through, but they still kept that degree of challenge that most of us suckers for that stuff still yearn out of these games, right? They haven't abandoned their identity yet. And I hope that I don't have to say yet, and I hope they never do, right? That's one of the biggest draws of these games. So, hell yeah, man. There we go. Orphan of Kos in the second attempt. Fucking crazy. I actually didn't think we could do it. There was a short I saw from Carnage that popped up on my feed not long ago where he was it's so accurate. He was talking about how in these games, whenever you go through them, you're always going to have like, everyone's going to have their own set of 2 to 3 bosses that is going to be different from everyone else's, that are just going to absolutely thrash you into the ground. And other people just don't have like zero problems with those bosses. I've seen people like take days on Orphan of Kos. I'm not saying he's like the easiest boss for me in the game or one of the easier ones, but I don't think I've ever struggled on this boss more than like 7 or 8 times, I want to say. I remember my very first time playing this game. Naturally, I had a really tough time with it, but I was still able to beat him in the same night. He took me longer than most other bosses, but My last run through of this, I don't think I took very long either, but I think this is the fastest I've ever beaten him. Funnily for me, the bosses that for no particular reason give me an annoying time, it's not that they're hard, they're just really annoying, are the ones that really aren't usually annoying or hard for other people. And that's like Witches of Hemwick. I don't know what it is about those stupid old hags that always gets me at my unluckiest, right? Where I'm always getting grabbed by them and getting my eyeballs scooped out. I hate them with a passion in this game. That's like honestly the first boss I should have mentioned that served as a great example of what I was talking about, where I had way more trouble and took way more attempts on certain things in this game as compared to costs, right? But since we're doing the lore on here, a lot to talk about as well. So we got the Kos parasite. When the carcass of Kos washed up on the coast, its insides were teeming with tiny parasites, unlike any found in humans. This atypical weapon can only be clasped tight and swung, but a Kos parasite is said to stimulate phantasms inhabiting a lumenwood. And yeah, we read about the phantasms as well. So yeah, this is the carcass of Kos. This is Kos the Great One. And he fought a great one there too, the Orphan of Kos. So this is where it all began, really, in a way. Obviously, the true origins of everything here was because of the blood being discovered in the first place, right? In the chalice dungeons. But at the same time, one of the most significant events in the lore of Bloodborne that kind of kickstarted a whole bunch of bullshit was the Bergenward scholars and the old hunters assaulting this area, ripping open Kos here. As you can see, they went to town on her and experimenting with all of her parts, including the villagers that kind of worship this great old one. Like I said at the start of the stream, basically this entire area is a very strong love letter to Shadow over Innsmouth by H.P. Lovecraft. If you guys love Bloodborne, if you guys really like this DLC, I highly recommend that short story. Very, very cool. And just Lovecraft in general. This game is basically a huge love letter to H.P. Lovecraft. But yeah. And how we can view this, there's a little cutscene here that plays out. And nothing to grab there, right? We interact with this ghost. One interesting thing, by the way, that I've always seen some of those crazy challenge runners do for Bloodborne is fight Kos out here in the water. I think at some point here he starts to repeat certain moves, or in some sense he gets easier. I'm gonna have to like watch a run of like fighting Orphan of Kos again from one of those challenge runners, but I always see them fighting him out there in the water. Never up here on land, and you can go quite far out there before drowning, I guess. Might even be an invisible wall.
Very well.
Okay, let's go ahead and put one into Vitality again. Yeah, it's all in all very, very crazy to kind of think about all this stuff, right? I never really talked about it until now, by the way, which is interesting. I would think I would have like spoken about this a lot more throughout this playthrough, but the fact that I'm going into this game after Elden Ring. Okay, I will take the blood vials. What's going on, Kill? Thanks for dropping in, man. Hope you're well. I'm doing great. Thanks. Yeah, we just beat the final boss, the final main boss of the DLC. And kind of like surprised here. It only really took 2 attempts, and we're kind of just like comparing Bloodborne at the moment to Elden Ring and how I just feel like that game in its hardest made a lot of these older games a lot more doable in many areas that I once considered really challenging. But how are you, man? How's it going? Pretty much just finishing up with the DLC of Bloodborne here. I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the coast because I want to like see how we trigger the cutscene. We didn't get it for some reason. talk to this ghost. Oh, you have to actually hit the shadow. That's basically the source of the hunter's nightmare, right? There we go. I get this beautiful cutscene. Congrats on beating the final boss of the DLC, and I'm alright. Sleepy though, I gotcha. Yeah, thank you, man.
Sweet child of Kos, returned to the ocean. A bottomless curse, a bottomless sea, accepting of all that there is and can be.
Simple yet effective. Very beautiful eulogy. Bye, Mommy Kos. I'm sorry I killed your son. It was really old looking. Benjamin Button, as I like to call him. Gone but not forgotten. Did you just wake up, Kill? I forget. I think it's pretty early there, right? It's like 5 to 6 hour difference. Only left with 2 bullets. I'm gonna go ahead and now, because believe it or not, we're actually not fully done with the DLC. That's right, this DLC is goated. There's another secret boss. And if you lads have been paying attention, if you lads have had a keen eye, you would have actually already seen that boss. We can now actually fight. I think the best place to actually go is probably, yeah, literally back to the beginning itself. Alright, yeah, let's go to the Hunter's Nightmare. Forget if I find this one to be tougher than Orphan of Kos or not. Probably not. He is no pushover though. Woke up early, but hey, more time to watch stream. Can appreciate that. Also respect the fact that you're an early bird. Miss the days where I was an early bird and not a goblin. But hey, actually, the plan is to not stream for super late tonight, so maybe I can go lean in more heavily towards early bird status and less so goblin status. Because I gotta be up early for that Nintendo Direct tomorrow. The hype is real, dude. This hype could all be for nothing, but here's me being excessively and potentially delusionally excited for a potential Final Fantasy IX remake reveal tomorrow. I saw your comment, by the way, on my video. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I know a lot of people want an FF8 remake. It's the one that definitely needs it the most, from what I understand. Because never really got to see all their ideas fully through with that game. I think it has some trouble development. I will definitely be taking those. Not an early bird, but any movement causes the cat to jump on the bed and the dog to stare at me from the bottom of the bed, so I didn't have much of a choice. I gotcha. The joys of having our furry pals. I just think FF8 using Rebirth's engine and gameplay makes perfect sense. Yeah, I think that in an ideal world, for sure, there would be more FF7 remake likes. But yeah, that would be an ideal world. Realistically, I just think that this is probably the last time, if ever, we're going to be seeing something on the scale of Final Fantasy VII remake with its trilogy. But I hope that's not the case. You know, I remember Square Enix were kind of like toying around with the idea of potentially doing a 6 remake in the future, right? They were just kind of like playing around with the idea and mentioning it in passing. I forget who it was at Square Enix who said this, but they were like, yeah, a 6 remake would take a very, very long time. It would take many, many, many years compared to 7. And it kind of makes sense, honestly, having recently gone through 6. I feel like a 6 remake, even though the original is smaller in scope than 7, I think because of the the number of unique scenarios there are in the game, the sheer number of those, and that kind of thing, that it would be a much bigger undertaking. Yeah. That's neither here nor there. An 8 remake would be really, really cool too. Just any remakes, honestly, of any of these games, right? Shut up and take my money. I don't care what they're like. I just like, the thing I want at like a bare minimum out of a 9 remake is just like, it's just voice acting, really, and that's about it. I just want to be able to hear the characters I know and love being finally voiced, right? Because they're such a colorful bunch. It's such a small thing, but that's really all it would take to make me a happy camper. Because the game is already beautiful as it is. There are some areas, like I was talking about in my video, where I think they genuinely could make improvements. But those are like few and far between. And I think overall, if you just want to have like the best possible experience playing 9, short of any kind of remake or remaster, like the Moguri mod is an amazing way to experience it. Which just like upscales all of the textures and I think uncompresses a whole bunch of them. And that's a version we'll definitely be going through. Like, believe it or not, I've not played 9 ever on PC, so I've never experienced Moguri, but I saw a streamer going through it a long time ago, and it looks like a beautiful overhaul for the game. I feel like 9 will lose some of its unique charm with the remake. The PSX aesthetic fits it perfectly. I think that it will end up being a beautiful game for sure. I think for sure, because I'm optimistic about this, I don't think they're going to go the route of making it too realistic. I think that would definitely dilute a lot of its charm. I think they're going to find some kind of a middle ground. Like, I think they will overhaul a lot of the environments and the models and stuff like that, but largely keep like the same perspective, the same kind of like isometric 3D and 2D perspective, like 3D models, 2D backgrounds, something like that. But just give it a more contemporary look, but also like keep it in line with the more vibrant and colorful vision of the original. I think and hope that is what's going to happen. What I wouldn't want there to be is something hyper realistic. I think that would just never work in any reality for Final Fantasy IX. It's too much of a whimsical, like Studio Ghibli coded game, right? Very, very different from FF7 and FF8. I think FF8, out of all 3 of those games, even more so than 7, like FF8 is the epitome of like realism. I think realism is to the T what they were going for with Final Fantasy VIII. I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of gameplay over the years, and it's very clear with 8 that they wanted to push their limits with what was possible with realism at the time on PSX hardware. Like, even if you just look at the character models compared to 7, they're so much more detailed, and the proportions are a lot more lifelike and realistic, like Squall, for example. Right? There's really any character model in the game. They're no longer these, like, chibi, like, Popeye-armed men. And that used to give me Uncanny Valley vibes, I'm not gonna lie. Like, growing up, I used to... I played a tiny bit of 8, just never finished it. I don't know why, but that game used to give me Uncanny Valley creepy vibes. I can't explain it. I used to like get a little bit creeped out by Final Fantasy VIII and the characters. They kind of scared me a little bit. Because they really tried to push realistic with that one. There's that one guy, I don't remember, like, because I was really young when I played it. I barely scratched the surface. I think I just got to literally the first, like the 10 to 15 minute mark, where you have to go into the cave and fight Ifrit or something like that. I remember there's like a mission briefing scene, and there's this little tubby dude who's like giving instructions to all the cadets. And I remember being really creeped out by his character model. I don't know what it was. And the music was also very sinister and mature as well in that game. But I'm really excited to go into it now. Was it Headmaster Sid? It might have been. I don't know. I just remember the bits and pieces from when I was really young and played it. But no, now I'm actually like really looking forward to 8 because it's just one of those Final Fantasies that has a really unique identity that jived with a lot of folks and didn't for others. And I'm really eager to see where I kind of like fit into that, like what I end up thinking of the game. Oh, dude, wait, what are we missing? Okay. Oh, yeah, we're forgetting a little item here. But yeah, I probably already gave it away. We can fight Lawrence. That's interesting. It summoned Walter. It summoned Walter to help fight Lawrence, provided you have Lawrence's skull. Let's go to where you fought Ludwig. The old man in the chair? No, that's Willem. So Lawrence is Willem's apprentice, who he split ways with. He parted ways. In the flashback, like, Willem's the old geezer in the chair, wearing the thingy-mabobber that covers your eyes. If you whack him, that's totally cool. Yeah. Honestly, you're doing him a service. What are those things called that people wear on their, like, eyes to cover them? Not masks or like headbands, but a veil. Yes, a blindfold. Oh my god. Why did that word just completely vanquish itself out of existence for me? Yeah, he's the guy wearing the blindfold. I think you get the moon rune if you kill him too, so that's kind of huge. But yeah, Lawrence, I love how, like, throughout the game, like base Bloodborne, you're wondering what the hell happened to him. And at a certain point, you could be like, did I miss something? Did I maybe come across his corpse? Like, am I supposed to know where this guy is? But then the DLC kind of, like, reassures you that you weren't, because he was basically trapped in the Hunter's Nightmare all along. At the Grand Cathedral. Which I like. It's really cool how they save one of, if not the most important characters of the story for last. Because, yeah, he truly is the final boss, in a way, of Bloodborne. You only fight him after you've beaten everything else in the DLC.
Good hunter, have you seen the thread of light?
I always forget about this.
Just a hair, a fleeting thing. Yet I clung to it, steeped as I was in the stench of blood and beasts. I never wanted to know what it really was. Really, I didn't.
Someone's having fun in the booth. Someone's still having fun in the booth. Ludwig isn't, though. That's how he got his Holy Moonlight Sword, by the way. Need 14 Arcane to use it. Yeah, this is where you get the Holy Moonlight Blade in Bloodborne. My bad, I forgot to pick this up originally. Yeah, that's Ludwig. Big horseman. I feel bad for Ludwig, dude. I don't know if he was actually part of the group that raided the fishing hamlet, because he wasn't technically an old hunter, right? He was a healing church hunter. And from what we know of the lore, it was the old hunters who went to the fishing hamlet, which is where we just were, and did all the terrible shit that they did there. But he was still forced into the hunter's nightmare himself. He was still, like, I guess the curse that the villagers placed was placed upon all the hunters, not just the old ones. So that obviously encompassed Ludwig as well, so that's why he's here. But did they really have to do my man dirty like that? They made him like this horse beast thing? That's definitely a noise. Retrace their steps to the area where you found the eye pendant. Didn't we? Yeah, we found it up here. believe we can eventually get behind that door too. Oh, they're now like bell ringing women here with some of the bloodletter guys. What the hell did he just drink? Don't drink so loud. Don't drink and fight. Whoa! What was that? Was another one been summoned? I heard something. The hell did he just drop? I feel like it would have to be a key item so I can finally get Bloodletter? No? What was it? Alright, we'll find out in a bit. That's my favorite weapon, by the way, what he was using. My favorite weapon in the whole game. Oh, these guys are dead, still. Guess that guy's dead too. Doesn't hurt to make sure. Let there be light. Oh, wait a second. I think this was locked before, but now it's not. Right? Right, okay, this is always locked, but the key that we got at the fishing hamlet was for this door.
Look who's here. Welcome to my quarters. I've never entertained a guest before. Are you going to kill me? After all you've done, kill me? As if to right your wrongs.
What's up, Waldmar31? Thank you for dropping in. Hello, need help to kill the boss? I hope not. I've played Bloodborne many times before. It's my second favorite game. We're currently doing a lore run to celebrate the 10-year anniversary. But if I do need a couple tips here and there, I will not hesitate to ask. Because, yeah, it's been a little minute since I've played. I'm always a little rusty when I revisit games, even if they're my favorite ones. But I appreciate you dropping in. How are you doing?
What is it? Aren't you going to kill me? Or perhaps beg my forgiveness? Well, leave off. What's done is done. What is it? Oh.
Okay.
Changes.
Good night.
Such is the nature of man.
I always forget about this lad. So this is where you get Bloodletter. My favorite weapon in Bloodborne. The demented hunter weapon brandished by Brador, the healing church assassin. The Bloodletter assumes its true and terrifying form after it draws upon blood from the inner reaches of one's body and soul. This is the only effective means of expelling tainted blood, or so Brador, isolated in his cell, continued to believe. So yep, that's the lad we just iced, named Brador, and we also got a bunch of items that were kind of alluding to this guy in the fishing hamlet, right? So he's an assassin for the healing church. So yeah, I'm going to show this to you guys. You won't do a playthrough of it because I've run Bloodletter before, but check this shit out. Absolutely absurd. So it's a blood weapon. It's like Shikage, where you stab yourself. But instead of losing blood over time, I like that you just chunks a little bit. And it continues to deal a lot of blood damage as you attack with it. That's the heavy variation. The segue attack, bro. It's hilarious. And kind of scary. He like stabs himself midway. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna die. So freaking cool. Go back to Chicago. So you're using basically mini Bloodletter on this playthrough. Thank you, I'm good, but I need help. Kill Rom. I'm in Thumerian Labyrinth. Very hard to kill him. Yeah, Rom in Thumerian Labyrinth can be really annoying. I remember way back in the day I was stuck on him for a minute, even in the real world, or rather, the dreamlike world in the real world. The hidden area of the real world. Basically main Rom. Yeah, best of luck. He hates Bolt. If he uses Bolt Paper or Tonitrus, that really messes him up. Okay, so we got Lawrence's skull. And we are now ready to go. We're ready to gas. Yeah, it is a legit bloody mace. Bloody Mary mace. It becomes a big, giant, spiky lance coated in burud. We'll try. Thank you for advice. Of course. Is this your first time playing Bloodborne, Walder? I'm so sorry. I saw an R before the M. It's let me know what you would like me to call you, by the way. Is Wald okay? Waldemar? Waldemar 31. Let me go ahead and now head to Lawrence. Also wonder if we can link up with the dude who gives us information about stuff going on in the DLC before every chapter of it, or rather act. I wonder if we can talk to him again for any new information. After having killed Orphan of Cause. Played before 5 years ago, but I forgot a lot. Yeah, that's fair. That happens to me too. If I don't play a game in a long time, I tend to forget a lot about what happened. Did you ever play the DLC, by the way? I highly recommend it if you didn't. Definitely give it a shot if you can. I'll be taking those. Hey guys! How's it going? Hi guys! Ow. The walk back to Lawrence is rough, man. It's rough AF. Takes a little minute. Got the platinum in the game a long time ago. Let's go. Yeah, Bloodborne's the most fun game ever to platinum. No doubt about it. I was talking on this series about how, because I loved platinuming it so much, and back in 2020 I kind of had nothing to do, I created a separate account just to platinum it again. I played this game a whole bunch during lockdown. Because at that point it had been like 3 or 4 years. Okay, here we go. And finally fight Lawrence, the secret super boss. Rejected humanity and embraced Pupper. Much like the other priests. Like Cleric Beast and Vicar Amelia. I want there to be a part 2 as a DLC. I hope he let to see it. I hope he let to see anything related to Bloodborne. A sequel, a remake, a remaster, a PC port. We've spoken about this at length, but it kind of sucks how Sony, the company who owns the IP, just haven't really done anything at all with it. And I don't know why. Alright, here we go. But yeah, thank you for being here, Wald. I really do appreciate that. Appreciate you dropping in and hanging out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the doggos be big screamy. But of all the trick weapons and tools in Bloodborne, where's the damn pacifier? Someone needed to create a pacifier or muzzle for these doggos. Where's the hunter's muzzle? See, this is why we need a Bloodborne remake, so we can get a hunter's muzzle, dude. Bitch. No, you don't. Normally you'd want to use fire against these bozos, but I'm gonna go on a limb here and say this guy is not gonna worry too much about the fire. Just a hunch. The fire's gonna be nothing at all for him to contend with. Oh dear, unlucky. Missed those iframes there. Ay, ay, ay. Not too bad though. He doesn't really do chunky damage. He kind of just chips away a little bit. I think towards the end though, he has some pretty terrifying AoE shit. I'm gonna go ahead and change some of my runes, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead and take some more thingy-mabobbies. You know, thingy-mabobbies, right? Let us partake in communion. Let's do that. Also, what doesn't burn? What burns but doesn't kill me? Let's actually deck ourselves out, even though we're all about fashion-born souls. Fashion-born. Let's go max fire resistance. What the hell am I wearing? Mishmash of different things. From different sets. But this is how we optimize our fire resistance, apparently. Oh, that's pretty funny. The white church hat along with the decorative hunter garb. Why does this keep do that? It's so fascinating, right? This is the most interesting thing about Bloodborne to me, is the fact that the entirety of one set won't net you the optimal amount of resistance to a certain stat. You have to like mix and match, wearing like 90% of one set and 10% of another one. And it's usually the cap, right? Like if we wear the old hunter cap, this isn't going to optimize our fire resistance here. Actually, it is. Okay. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. But I have noticed that though, what I just said for like other sets and like other situations for sure. And it's really funny. Okay, thank God we can wear the cap and get away with it. This is going to bother me otherwise. Wearing a white church hunter cowl with a rough and tough hunter's attire. Like, no, that doesn't work. Later, dude. Oh, damn it. We didn't get the reserve vials. Are you crazy? You kidding me? Alright, can this guy drop like one? Are you kidding, son? Bye-bye. Hey, I have 2007 echoes. That's a year we all existed in. Okay, now I have 2210. That's a year we're all gonna be dead in. Just like you're gonna be dead. Give me those. The choir is having fun. The doggo won't be. Oh my god, he got me. Son of a shit. Alright, that's officially more attempts than Orphan of Kos, apparently. That's attempt number 2. And we didn't beat him. So apparently Lawrence is harder than Orphan of Kos for me on this playthrough, as of this playthrough. Listen, the choir in this game was having too much fun, as in the literal sect of the church. Sadly. But on a not too sad note, the real choir was having fun, and that's a good thing. Oh shit, I'm losing health! I love his theme, by the way. I don't really remember it most of the time because it usually doesn't take me that long to beat him. But I love how it's like a more amped up version of the Cleric Beast theme, right? That leitmotif is kind of still there from the Cleric Beast Vicar Amelia theme, which is the same. Kind of signifying that he's the head honcho, right? He's the ultimate big bad priesty scholar boy. Lawrence is a scholar and a not gentleman, a crazy fucking priest who wanted to kill everyone with messed up blood. Normally it's scholar and gentleman, but not in this case. Oh, forgot I wanted to ask. I was scared to make a mistake. Was the guy you aren't supposed to send to Odin in the Forbidden Woods? Yes. So you'll come across a dude who's very clearly a cannibal. And if you attack him, he turns out to be a really fucking scary beast who you've never seen elsewhere in the game. I think you actually maybe do in one of the Chalice dungeons. But he's really tough. He like shoots out tornadoes and shit like that. And he has like a really scary voice too. But yeah, what I love to do on most of my playthroughs, I didn't do it this time around. I just straight up iced him there because I wanted to show off the scary ass beast he becomes. What I love to do to troll him is I'll send him to Yosefka's. And when you go to Yosefka's clinic, Imposter Yosefka's clinic, he turns out to be a little blobhead kin man. And every time I play the game, I'm like, how in the hell did she make that happen? How in God's name did this lass manage to turn this ferocious ass demonic werewolf tornado shooting thing into a little blobhead man? Like, even if you already kill Yosefka, you can send him there and that ends up happening, which is hilarious. You want to always send him to Yosefka just to troll him, and you'll still get his item. But that's like the best part. I thought he might be a red herring, so I just didn't send any of the fellas to be safe. That's smart. That's really smart on your part. Yeah, there's one guy you don't want to send to the chapel, and it's him. Everyone else you want to send to the chapel for sure. I think on my very first playthrough of Bloodborne, I sent him there, and I was wondering why everyone is fucking dying. I gotta do another playthrough someday where I send him there just to see how creepy it becomes and how it evolves, because I think what happens is they start dying one by one mysteriously, and then Red Riding Hood is like, "Oh, hello there, mister. Everyone's been dying." Okay. Not okay. They actually chunked him, nice. I ought to not be doing that though, it's so risky. It's so risky. That's gonna be a grab. I'm getting unlucky here. I think it's so unlucky. Cash is being... He's like so slow too. It's so ironic. Like fastest, speediest boss, you just can't elude ever. I got my second attempt, and this guy, he takes like 15 years to attack you. It takes 15 years to ship out an attack. A non-prepaid shipping attack too. Takes forever. I'm getting absolutely whooped out my ass by that. Well, sorry to the drunk man in the drunken man in the alley. Rip. That guy doesn't really contribute anything though. I'm gonna lie, like, does he ever give you anything? You're honestly not missing out on much by like not sending him there. Maybe just the trophy. I think there's a trophy associated with sending everyone to the chapel. But funnily, on this lore run, I realized something, and it's the fact that he doesn't ever really change throughout the game. He always says, like, the same thing. He's like, "Oh, I don't trust you. You're always lying." Even when, like, you know, we're in the dead hours of the night, and everyone's just dead. And everyone's getting messed up. Nothing really changes about him. Hooray for him, I guess? Oblivion Dark Brotherhood vibes, truly. I love the Dark Brotherhood questline in Oblivion. I don't love that. This run back is so fucking stupid. Bro, please, just let me... I just want the blood vials. And it's just one of them. Fuck me, dude. That's honestly on me, though. I do that so much on this playthrough. I see something and I go for it, thinking, oh, it's more blood vials. And it usually is, but it's not enough. And I use it, like, so many to get there in the first place to get that. So I end up losing blood vials in the long run. Fuck me, man. Bro, pick it up! Mansion Quest is goated. I agree. I remember thinking in general that I much preferred Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion than Skyrim. Fuck. Come on. I need to like dodge into him. Not doing that enough. I just hate the run back to this fight. It's so stupid. It's so toxic. Just because of the fatso at the front of the church. I could try visceraling him and stuff, but I don't have like no bullets. I have like nothing to contend with that. Okay, come on. I want to take forever on Lawrence Ming. Meant to be an afterthought. It's meant to be dessert. I don't know how it takes so much effort to eat your main course, but then when you're like going through dessert, it's like, oh, you know what? I'll just like pack it up. I'll take it home with me. Not a big deal. Kind of an afterthought. That's what this bozo's meant to be like. Meant to be. That's the key part. Clearly it's not shaping up to be that way. Come on, alright. You big bitch. Alright, this is it. Okay. It's because of the way I'm sitting. Definitely. Definitely not an excuse. I'm gonna sit up. Posture. I'm gonna lock in. Alright. He grabbed me. Amazing! How many times did he spam that attack? Oh my god. I keep underestimating that every time I fight him. The hell? This bullshit at all. Ah! Ah! knew he would have a phase 2, I just didn't remember what it would look like. Chunk? Well, he has chosen violence with a capital V. Go there, Hunter. Bro, what was that one shot? Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Almost. Dear god. Imagine having more difficulty on this guy than Orphan of Kos. Imagine that for a moment. You don't really have to imagine it. Issue is our build is so scuffed, right? You don't, like, at this point you would have like a lot of shit and skill and blue tinge. But we're kind of like mixing and matching throughout the playthrough, so we're not dealing enough damage. Be chunking him way more. Those are on their way up. He's on his way down. Bro. Are you serious? Buzzkill, get down here, man. Oh my god. This is literal dog shit. The walkback is such dog shit, man. This is why we need a Bloodborne remaster. No, I don't believe it is. I don't believe that is very good. Not very conducive to life. There we go. Wowza. Wowza bowza. Let me get behind you. There we go. times is he gonna spam that move, bro? Piece of shit. Literally have to be max health. Oh, shit. Alright, get on over here. Frame abuse. Bitch. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Bye, Lawrence! You're welcome. Got your dumbass killed in the real world, probably for the best. Put your dumbass out of its misery in the nightmare. And now we just gotta wait until Bloodborne 2 to find out where he goes next, right? Yeah, good thing that's happening. But there you guys have it. That's the whole DLC completed. Yeah, guys, let's go. All right, amazing. Thanks, Kill. I appreciate you. That is actually really funny, though, to me, that we took way longer to beat Lawrence than... I still can't... I don't know how we beat Orphan of Kos in just our second attempt. That needs to be studied. For me, like, from my perspective, for myself, it needs to be studied because, like, I would normally, I think, get eviscerated by him. Even though I haven't particularly struggled that much on him in the past, like, it doesn't make sense that he, like, isn't that difficult for me. But yeah. That's about it. See ya. I'm just kidding. Not gonna pull a critical moment. I probably should, because we've been going for like 3 hours, and I said I would do 3 to 4 hours, and it's like 2 in the morning almost, and I want to be able to hit it early, hit the hay early so that I can wake up early enough to be able to stream the Nintendo Direct. But I'm very tempted to go ahead and do the Chalice dungeons now. What do I do? I say the Chalice dungeons for another night. I think we took long enough to finish the DLC. Oh no, man. Oh no, we should. What's the most fun? I mean, the most fun out of everything in general would be the Direct. And in order to watch the Direct, I need to be awake. And in order to be awake, I need to wake up. In order to wake up and watch the Direct, I need to not wake up after the Direct. And in order to not wake up after the Direct, I need to wake up early so that I can catch the Direct. And in order to wake up early, I need to get enough sleep. Yeah, no, we're definitely not going to do the other route, which I wasn't planning on doing anyway, but I just thought I'd put out there in the ether at the beginning of the stream, which is that, hey, why don't we pull another crazy all-nighter like the very first Bloodborne lore run stream we did, if not, you know, a longer all-nighter, in order to stay up until 9 and then watch a 1 hour direct at 9 until 10 in the a.m. Because I believe it's going to be 1 hour long. But I think that's a really bad idea. Just a thought. No, may not be... Yeah, it may not be something you'd immediately come to as a conclusion that that would be a bad idea, right? So... yeah, we're gonna end it here. I think this is for the best that we ended here tonight. But yeah, that was the DLC. So since we're doing a lore run, I think there was an item that we got at some point during all that I forgot to kind of check in on. I don't think it was after beating Lawrence. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here, Kill, and for the bits as always. I appreciate that, man. We pretty much read every single item description, I think. Clearly we haven't, because there's one thing that we got from that jail after beating the NPC. Just trying to ascertain what it was. Was it? Yeah, maybe it was a rune. Beast's Embrace. Oh, this... yeah. This allows us to transform into a beast. This is really cool. After repeated experiments in controlling a scourge of beasts, the Gentle Embrace rune was discovered. When its implementation failed, the Embrace became a forbidden rune, but this knowledge became a foundation of the Healing Church. Those who swear this oath take on a ghastly form and enjoy accentuated transformation effects, especially while wielding a beast weapon. So become a beast, and your beast weapons do way more damage. So yeah, the church didn't just try to kill fire, they tried to fight fire with fire, as we've established before. That rune's a really good example. I'll show it to you guys. It's kind of sick. I'm a beastie boy. So it boosts your beast stat, which governs how much more damage you will deal, but how much more damage you will also take. The higher it is. Very cool. You have a Beastie Boy? Isn't that a music group? Is it? I don't know. As I was like talking to Ian about earlier on in the stream tonight, sadly, my music knowledge ain't at 100% when it comes to anything and everything outside of video game OSTs. I'm the most not in the know person about popular music and whatnot for whatever reason. I probably know their music, but I just can't put a name or a face or a group of faces to the music. That's generally what happens to me. I don't know, popular music, Lamau, I have the same issue. I mean, I will know the songs. Okay, so I'll know the music, right? I've obviously heard like a bunch of this music on the radio and, you know, waiting in line to like pick something up. It's always, the music is always around you, but I never actually like am able to put a name or a face or like anything like that to the music. Well, like not never, but most of the time. Like obviously for like the classics, the iconics, yes I can, but I would say my knowledge on music, especially more contemporary music, isn't quite as on the dot as most other people. Like people talking about all these artists at the Grammys and stuff, and they're like new hit singles and albums and all of that. I'm like, I have no, like, dude, we're on a different planet. Like, what the hell is a Grammy? Is that an Apple? Is it like Grammy Smith or something? What the hell is a Grammy award, dude? You're gonna have to give me the rundown on that. That's me when it comes to music. Give me Muse, AFI, Bukovi, etc., and I'm happy. See, I'm so sad. I don't even recognize any of those. I don't even recognize any of those, but maybe I've heard the music. That's the thing. Like, the thing is, when I tell people I don't know who you're talking about, they're like, what? You gotta listen to this song. I'm like, dude, okay, I know this song. I just don't know it was by them. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. It's actually pretty funny. because I should. Like, typically, with the stuff I like, or the stuff I've experienced, I kind of like to know who's behind it, like, who was involved with it. Muse, you probably know Starlight Supermassive Black Hole. Maybe. Maybe. You know what? Maybe after the stream, I'll go into bed, I'll check that stuff out. That's a good idea. Fukovi, probably nothing, but check them out. Will do. Yeah, will do. Always love checking new things out, or in this case, maybe things I'm already familiar with, but just didn't realize it. Alright, though. I like our lad here. He actually looks really dapper in this outfit and the beast head. We're gonna do a beast head build. Why not? Even though it's probably not the best idea. Explore the Chalice dungeons as a beast. Gonna beast our way through the dungeons. See how quickly we can go through them. I think that should be kind of exciting for a next stream of the Bloodborne lore run. Some of the final streams here, the final acts of this lore run. We just got to do the Chalice dungeons, and then we're gonna top things off by doing a bit of save scumming via either a USB or a save data upload to get all 3 different endings here. We're gonna finish off by fighting the final boss, checking out the 3 different endings. And that should be it. That's, like, I think the most perfect way to end the lore run is by the actual official ending of the game. Doing that last. But yeah, next stream, I'm curious to see how quickly we can go through the Chalice dungeons if we only really focus on the main ones. Because I feel like on pretty much every one of the previous Bloodborne playthroughs I've done personally, I have always kind of gotten distracted in the dungeons and have gone off on the side to explore more optional stuff within the dungeons, which are already optional. And have, like, created the procedurally generated ones in between the main ones. So this time around, we'll, like, really try and be laser focused on just the main ones and see how fast we can go through those, because I don't think I've ever really done that. To me, the Chalice dungeons feel like a very long endeavor because I get distracted. So we'll see. Dapper lacks the hat. I may lack the hats, but I've got the garb. And the gauntlets, which are also coated in fur, I just realized. Well, the right one is, but... oh, the left one too, I guess. Look at all these belts and buckles. I think Tetsuya Nomura may have been involved in this design. Dapper belts and buckles. No dapper hats, but dapper belts and buckles. Hopefully that's enough to compensate. But yeah, take it easy, Kill. Take it easy, Ian. Walder, or I'm so sorry, I keep saying Walder. Walder, thank you so much for tuning in for the first time tonight. Good luck with your Bloodborne playthrough, and Rom, Alex, Ryan, Ricky, Heavenly, Darker, Joker, Flamin for the resub as well. Thank you all very much. I'll see you all very soon, literally in a couple of hours, okay? What's the time right now? It's basically 2 a.m. It's like 6.5-ish hours. I'm gonna try and start half an hour, maybe 15 or 20 minutes before 9 in the a.m. We're gonna check out this direct together, all right? My fingers are crossed. Prayers are being sent to the live stream, right? That we can manifest a Final Fantasy IX remake, kind of, maybe, sort of, at the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. I hope that none of this is for nothing, right? Hope that all of this isn't for nothing, and that there is something to look forward to. But we're gonna, at the very least, try and have fun, because it's a Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, okay? Like, even if 9 Remake Remaster isn't announced, and that's the main thing I'm going into this for, at least we got intel on the new Switch, and gonna be exciting either way, right? Being able to, like, find out what the new exclusives are gonna be for the system, what it's gonna launch with, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, will be very exciting to check that out. Yeah, all right. Sweet dreams, guys. Ending this off with a hunter's dream, right? I think this is the best place to end the game for sure. We always end it here, but tonight especially, gotta have the sweetest of dreams about this Final Fantasy IX remaster make, okay? In less than fucking 12 hours, okay? There's a possibility of a reality existing where I see Zidane's glorious, cheeky, the heart of gold, thieving face in beautiful 3D. And I get to hear what he definitively sounds like. Same for Baby, same for Steiner, same for Dagger. All these characters I know and love. There is a possibility that a version of me exists 12 hours from now that is in the know about these beautiful lads. Okay? I'm sorry, okay, I'm gonna stop talking about FF9. I feel like I might jinx it. Nothing may end up happening. But, alright, take care, guys. I'll see you all very soon. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for potential hype, okay? Keep on keeping on, everyone.